A new bombshell has entered the villa. Welcome back to our podcast, Life from Our Angles. It is a beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon. It's been a great weekend. We all slept in.
Well,
we're rejuvenated. Actually,
Amanda had to work.
Amanda had to work this
I
morning.
had to teach 2 classes this morning.
So sad. But we are so excited for this episode because we are talking about something that we have finally all have watched. Well, that's a fib. Amanda,
I don't think
come
everyone's
on, girl.
watched it. But
We're talking... Sorry, Nina, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. But I was going to say, yes, everyone's watched it, but I think it's... Not everyone has watched it, but it's definitely, like, if you're on social media, it's definitely everywhere.
Who has watched Love Island from the start to the end?
I have.
I have.
Really?
I have not seen the reunion yet.
I have not seen... Actually, I've actually never watched Love Island on the TV.
No, because tell me why. I'll face my Amanda and be like, after a new episode, I'll be like, did you watch it? She's like, yeah, I did. I know, right? And then I'll be like, you watched it? She's like, yeah, on TikTok. And I'm like, dude, that's not watching it.
Can you not afford the Peacock, little...
I have Peacock.
Really, girl?
I just don't want to sit down and watch it. And I'll watch, I just need to see the clips, what happened, what was said. That's it. I also watched the reunion on on TikTok live.
Oh my god.
This is not the same.
You're
the
so
only
annoying.
reason why I started watching Love Island was because my coworker thought that I had and I hadn't, and I needed something to talk about.
So this has been your first...
So that's why I watched Love
Wait,
Island.
Alex, so this has been your first season watching Love Island?
I knew what it was.
Yes
or no?
because-
Yes or no?
No, I knew what it was because when there was a couple summers, I think it was a couple summers ago, we'd watch it at night, you and me.
Oh yeah, we would. Was it
Yes.
Shannon and Josh's?
Yes,
Oh,
and we
season
would watch
3
it
was
at night.
good.
And so after that, I hadn't watched it, but I was asking everybody for their username and password for their Peacock. I need to watch the show. Just give me the login, please.
Love it. Nina, this has been your first season or how?
Okay, so this was my first time, watching Love Island. But, you know when, when they wouldn't come on? You'd have to, wait the next, day?
Yeah.
Well, I watched the previous season before that. And
Okay.
I finished that season before Love Island even finished itself.
So you've seen season 5 and season 6 of Love Island USA?
Yes.
Okay, so for me, my Love Island history goes a lot further. I started watching Love Island. I originally watched the Australia franchise. Love Island Australia. That's where my love for their slang.
The Aussies.
And the Aussies started. I love an Australian accent because of that show. Love Island Australia is way better than USA in my opinion because it's way more dramatic. I feel like USA, they're all very nice to each other and they don't really step on each other's toes the way the Australians did until this season. This season of Love Island USA gave season 1 of Love Island Australia vibes in my opinion.
But I think it was still very wholesome, and there were still really good friend relationships.
I agree,
too,
and that's
which was
how
nice.
that's how Australia was too, which I loved. That's where my Love Island journey started back in 2019.
Isn't there a Love Island UK too?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I want to watch that. There's a couple seasons that I've heard are really good. But then when Love Island USA started, I watched season 1, season 3, and I've only seen season 6. I have not seen 2. Because I start watching them, and I will know instantly if it's going to be a good season or a bad one.
Yeah,
Really?
you can tell.
And then I stop watching because I'm like this. I'm bored. But season 1 was good. Season 3 and season 6 of Love Island USA are good.
Yeah, I binge watched everything in 4 days.
That's insane.
All 37 episodes and the reunion.
Wow. So much to dissect. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's not start from the beginning because I didn't watch from the beginning. I think when I first started it, / when I first saw it on TikTok I think it was a whole Leah and Rob situation.
I was just going to say we got to start there. Leah or Rob? Go.
Leah.
Alex.
PPG all the way.
What is that?
You don't know what that is?
PBG?
PPG.
PPG on top.
PPG back on top.
Do you know it? It's Powder Puff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls, not Powerpuff Girls. Amanda.
It's
Yes.
Janae, Serena, and
Leah.
I'm not a fan. Go, Nina.
Okay, hot topic. I did not like Leah. I did not really like her. She did not give. Everyone thought she was so...
In what?
I just didn't like her.
In the show?
Yes, I didn't like her. That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't
before
like
we
her.
started this podcast, I was like, now I can see Leah a little hype now. But I just didn't. I wasn't with her.
I still don't know what's so amazing about her.
Here's
Me
my
either.
Well, I'm not like a super fan, but I think she's actually like pretty chill.
here's my opinion. I pretty much liked every single person that was on the show except for Aaron.
What?
And
You liked Aaron.
Ariana,
Up
stand
until,
up.
Up until
It's the British.
Up until
you haven't even seen the reunion, and that is the worst
I
part.
know he put his hands down Daniela's pants.
Yeah.
I've seen that clip.
Yeah.
I did like
You didn't know that?
I did like Aaron up until the whole Kassam or Kayla like fallout.
Correct.
I agree.
No,
I
yeah.
think he was cool up until that point. Again, after that, he no longer had my vote. But I'm with Nina.
I'm
Yeah.
a big stand with all of the girls.
I don't
love
like
Liv,
I don't
love
like-
Kaylor,
I don't
love
like Kaylor.
Leah, Janae, and Serena.
Serenity. Wow, that's a great fan.
I don't like Kaylor.
Serena.
I think she's annoying.
Okay,
Um,
because she's emotional.
no, because I think she's trying too hard.
To like
After like post Love
okay.
Island,
Okay.
I think like yes, Aaron
Did it
did
wrong.
did you wrong, and you said what you needed to say. That's great. Now she's just being too much.
Well, I think she feels bad because she wasted her whole time on one guy that didn't end up treating her right. And that sucks.
Yeah, and I think she's going about it the wrong way.
I also do feel like she only has so much to talk about. That one
Because
guy.
she does, yeah, that's
all
true.
she has,
That's
her
true.
whole experience is Aaron.
Yeah.
True. I do think
but I'm
that's
like, let's
hard.
move on. That's why I like Leah, because now Leah's kind of like, well, there's this, there's that. Let me take these opportunities. And now she's signed with the biggest talent agency in the world.
That's
That's
cool.
good.
No, I like that.
I like
will.
her now.
I'm gonna be honest with all y'all. I think it's because the show is such a seasonal thing. As soon as Love Island ends, I always unfollow them on Instagram and I check out of their lives.
Oh, I guess that.
Like I don't watch them after the show has ended. I don't care to know. Unless they're dating and I really fell in love with a couple. Like after season 3 and Shannon and Josh left Love Island, they were together at the time. Now they're not. I did follow both of them because I liked them both as individuals. And like I follow the people that I like from Love Island, Australia. But USA, if I don't fall in love with you, I do not care what you're doing outside the villa.
So going back to that question you asked us, Leah and Rob, are you talking about like during the show?
Like whose
Yes.
side were you on?
I
Okay.
actually don't
We're
even...
talking about the show,
Right.
not what they've done outside the villa.
Right. I for Rob, I don't even mind him. Like, I think he had every single right to feel the way he did.
Agreed.
And like I said, like, yes, emotions are heightened. And yes, they might have not said the correct thing at the time. But I think their hearts and their hearts at least were in the right place. And they all were able to feel their emotions.
I don't hate him. I just think he handled it wrong. I think there was a lot of miscommunication, and if you knew that there was miscommunication, don't put someone else down for something that you think was said. And 3,
Do you think Leah overreacted at the fire pit scene when she confronts Rob and then decides to bring Liv into it, and then with the assumption that Liv's gonna back Leah up, but ends up not doing
no,
that?
because he was putting her down, and he kept saying like, "You're lying, you're lying."
But do you think she brought Liv over to tag team against
Yes,
Rob,
because
So
Leah
she
never...
not knowing that Liv was not gonna side with her?
Right, because they didn't... Leah didn't know that Liv and Rob had a whole entire conversation prior to that conversation.
Right.
So they thought that they were on the same side. I said this the entire time, that this season was a game of telephone. There were multiple times where people repeated things that they've had conversations with that person,
Yeah.
and those words were not said.
They were twisted.
They were really twisted. And I think now hearing like all the interviews after the fact, like we do forget as viewers that like we did not see the whole thing. Some of those conversations, like when Serena like busted into Cordell after Casa, like that whole thing was like an hour and a half that she went in on him.
This, like on a podcast.
Yeah.
the other day.
And like we only saw like really good like 5 minutes of it, like her busting into him.
You
So
made your bed.
so maybe those things were said at some point, but at least the things that we saw
Yeah, are different.
were not said.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. What I agree with Nina, because I'm Team Rob. Like I didn't get the hype with Leah. I think she was very just like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like she wasn't cool to me. Like I was just like, you're kind of. She annoyed me, but that's just my opinion.
The hype. Sorry, go.
I wasn't I wasn't team Rob because he felt a little childish to me in the beginning. But I'm just saying, like, I liked Leah. I just didn't get, like, that hype that she got for, like, her followers, like, grew overnight during the show. I was like, whoa, like, I don't get the hype for her for that point.
I thought it was because she was actually being real in what she was saying, while Liv was obviously lying.
She wasn't. Liv was not lying.
I still agree that
what Rob told
Leah did not take a back seat. Leah used the wrong word, and I think that's the issue.
She was trying to take a back seat. She never said she did take a back seat. And then when she was telling Rob this, she said, I was trying to take a back seat, and I wasn't going to be the one that was like only solely deciding that Andrea was going home. When Rob repeated it to Liv, when him, Liv, Kaylor, and Aaron were having their conversation, he said that Leah said that she took a back seat in the whole entire conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Liv said no, which is true. So what Liv understood, it was true. And what Leah told Rob was true.
Also
It's
true.
just that miscommunication.
Right, and then at the reunion, they
cleared it up.
played
They
the
did the whole
entire
thing.
thing.
I know.
Yes.
And Liv would not stop talking the entire thing.
Yeah.
Because I think also as somebody it's a hard decision either way.
Right.
And there's always going to be, like in a group, you have that one person that's leading the conversation and it's like, okay, guys, let's put our head in this. What do we all think about? We're trying to come up with like an answer. And you can obviously see that it was really hard for all of them to come to that decision.
My question was, why was that such a big deal?
I don't know.
fire pit scene?
Yeah.
Because you know what? Go, Nina.
I think them showing that whole literally wasted a half of the reunion because who cares? Liv or Leah, it was okay. Like that whole scene did not need to be shown. I did not care about it. I did not remember it. Like I think it was so dumb and I hated it.
I have a different take, but go ahead.
I think the reason why they showed it was because when Rob went on Call Her Daddy, I listened to the whole thing
I listened
recently.
to his episode too.
And
I listened to Leah's actually.
You didn't listen to Rob's?
I listened to
I
both.
started Leah's
listened
and
to
I got
both.
bored. I just think she's
No,
boring.
it's
No,
because
she's
Leah.
fine.
and
Hold on, really
Go
quick.
ahead.
Go ahead.
When Rob went on Call Her Daddy with Alex Cooper, she said if that whole clip could just be shown, I think it would answer a lot of questions. And I think that that's why they wanted to air the whole thing out, because a lot of people on social media were asking, like, let's just see the whole entire clip.
Right.
Because they were like, okay, maybe they could release it on Peacock for like $1 and everybody would be able to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they ended up playing it in the reunion, and that's why it was such a big deal. Yes, everybody that was like sane and we're like we got the answer from when it was on the show, but like it did not need to be aired out that much. And I think there was more other conversations that could have been happening minus that whole clip.
Right. So the thing going back is like while the show was filming, why was that such a big deal of like her taking a back? It's her saying that she took a back seat.
Okay, and this is where I get bothered by Leah, because I think the point of that whole situation was like a sense of like, is she lying about what she's saying? Is she being truthful? Because when like in my perspective of this show, I did feel that like Leah would like try to play both sides of like, I do like Rob, like I always care about him, but then like would talk so poorly about him. Like she did when they aired it on movie night about what she said, like, are you dumb? Like, you know you're being recorded, everything you're doing, but like,
right.
Why would you ever say something like that? And then, oh, I took accountability, so I guess it's okay. Like, I feel like it's
But
not.
what about Rob saying in front of Leah, like, you're being so stupid right now? Or what did he say?
He said that I just don't have any sexual attraction.
I think that's
no.
good that he told her.
No, what did he say to the point where it made Serena get up and say, what we're not going to do is
Oh,
No,
it was
no,
when
that
was
was
the
the
fire
That was a
pit
fire
scene.
pit.
Yeah, that was the
That
live.
was that was
scene.
But what did
taking
he
a
say?
back
He
seat.
said something though.
He didn't say anything. He said you're being childish, I think is what he said.
No.
He said
he's-
he said you need to stop lying. You need to get your head together because you're acting crazy right now, or like
He said something, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, I will never let a man talk to me like that.
But she was, because she was trying to make it seem like it wasn't her decision at all.
But
and
it
then
is okay for him to talk about.
She wasn't trying to do that.
Yeah.
That's
what
how I took it too, though.
Well, I think as somebody that doesn't always convey the message correctly
Yeah.
in the time of the moment,
Real.
I really had a lot of
Sympathy
empathy for her.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know what you're trying to say. You're
Right.
just not getting your message across.
Right.
And because I had that in my head, I'm like, the reason why everybody's upset is because you can't communicate efficiently.
Right.
Agreed.
And that's the only reason why there's so much stuff
I
happening.
agree.
And Rob couldn't convey his emotions clearly either because he kept trying to tell her like I know, but like I just feel so bad that like I have to choose between y'all and stuff like that. And did Leah ever ask him like, hey, like, are you okay? What are you thinking about it? No. And that's why Rob was hurt. But at the same time, like people are both hurt and it's a hard circumstance to be in. And Love Island is just it's a game.
It is.
And it's so hard to remember that you're in the game when it's real emotions that are being had.
Right.
I think you're right. I would agree with what you just said, that I think she just failed to express her feelings correctly, and it was misinterpreted, because it's true. I mean, delivery is everything, and I feel like she didn't deliver the best.
Also, we're only seeing what production is editing and putting out in front of us.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could have been a whole lot more, and we're only seeing like that much of it.
I will say though, like kind of switching topics a little bit, I was very disappointed to see like how Andrea handled herself outside of the villa.
Oh my gosh, everybody was.
Because I genuinely was rooting for Andrea and Rob.
I never liked her.
I
Neither did I.
I
I
like
never
the
liked
fact
her.
that I finally saw Rob happy. I felt like he was really content, and I liked
I don't
that.
think so. I think he was really content with Leah because when Liv decided to choose him at the recoupling,
They had known
and
each other
then,
for like 2 days.
no, I understand that, but I'm saying like but what's crazy is that like yes, Andrea and Rob's relationship was the longest because it was like 4 days, whatever, that they were together. But I don't know, like were they happy? Yes, but I do think like I'm glad that they didn't end up together because she is
I
different
just think her true colors
in
came out.
person.
I agree.
Yeah, her true
I agree,
colors
though.
came out, and I was just like,
for
ooh,
sure.
like
I was
that
like,
you're giving
no.
I'm confused by her.
nasty back.
I was like, what are you?
She reminds me of somebody, and I don't know who she looks like, but I think I
Wait, she reminds me of someone too.
yeah,
Someone that we
we know.
know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't see the whole Andrea and Rob, so I didn't
Wait,
understand
can we
that.
all go around? I'm so sorry, I just cut you off. Go ahead.
And so like I've only seen what she said outside of like when she left, and I just thought her TikToks were weird. I was like, he fell in love with you? Like he liked you that much?
I agree. Seeing her outside, because I did when I was hearing the buzz, because she was already outside the villa when the show was continuing.
Right.
So I was still relevant in like the Love Island world a little bit. I'm like, ew, this is not who I saw on TV. Like, this is not the same girl that was just on my TV like a couple days ago. Like,
Yeah.
this is two different people, and like I don't like you for Rob anymore. Like, I agree. But what I will say is that in this show, I do think that like Rob genuinely did like her a lot. And I don't know. I
You
look
know-
back at the part where Rob and Andrea were sitting in soul ties, and and Leah walks up and is like, "Hey, lovebirds," and like, ew, like
She's hurt.
I know, but I don't
Yeah.
think it gives her an excuse. People were hurt all season long. It happened
Yeah.
to a lot of people, but I feel like she handled herself the worst. I think Leah in the show handled her emotions the worst. Kaylor dropped a lot of F-bombs, and I think that's kind of annoying in a sense, but
She just never like stuck on her emotions.
I get what you're saying, and I would agree. I think by the end of the season, Leah like
it was redemption.
yeah, she redeemed herself and is still doing great.
Right.
And I think
because now her heart's healed because she's with Miguel.
No,
No.
because her and Rob resolved their issues.
I agree.
and
That's
and I
why.
think what I like about Leah though is that she owns up to her mistakes.
Andrea the whole time during the reunion was trying to be like, I just didn't
She
appreciate
tried to play the victim.
Mhm.
how y'all were to me and da-da-da, and everyone's like, whoa, Janae was like, hold on, girl.
Janae is so funny.
And your
I
after son, you said
love-
XYZ, page 4. And I
Love
was like,
Janae.
I love Janae.
And Liv. I think I will. Can I say something that
ahead.
at the end of the season, I was very grateful to see that I think the OG girls really stuck together, and I like their camaraderie between themselves.
PPG back on top.
I don't
plus PPG plus Liv and Kaylor.
Liv and Kaylor.
Yes.
I liked Nicole.
Oh wait, but Liv was
Can I ask my
Not
question?
sorry.
I love Nicole.
This
on the,
goes
sorry.
into my
Pause.
question.
Go, Nina.
God. Okay, I was gonna say let's all go around and give our favorite girl and our favorite boy because I've asked a lot of my friends this and they have been very like
different.
controversial and I'm like, whoa.
All right, you start.
Okay, my favorite girl is either Serena or Janae. It depends because a lot of the girls had different like this
They
one
were
episode.
good
One
for
episode
some,
they were good
for other
and then,
reasons.
yeah, my favorite boy in the beginning was Kendall. I
Ew.
loved Kendall for some reason.
Mm-mm.
But now that like new bombshells came in, I liked Kenny.
I
like
love
Kenny.
Kenny.
Okay, there you go. See,
I
they're very
have-
controversial.
I have
Yeah.
3 for each. Girls, I liked, and it's funny because it's the couples. So I liked girls. I liked Liv, Nicole, and Janae. Loved them 3. Boys, I liked. Remember, this is my sense from inside the villa. Boys, I liked Kendall, Kenny, and Rob. Are mine. Those are my favorites.
Amanda.
Okay, I like Leah. I like Serena because she's a Virgo,
oh
my
my
God.
god, bro.
and I think Janae's funny. That's it.
I love Janae. She's so
Um,
beautiful.
And then I just like Kenny.
He's so sweet.
I like Kenny. I love Janae. Everybody really loved Cordell, and I didn't have that same.
I think he's funny.
He's
Who,
funny. I
Cordell?
just don't. If it was like Cordell or Serena, I'd pick Serena.
Yeah,
My opinion.
I agree.
And
Crazy.
I liked Nicole throughout the whole entire show. And I think she was communicating her emotions poorly as well at the
reunion.
reunion. And I think that's why a lot of people couldn't see her side because she was communicating poorly.
I also feel like she didn't like PPG,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
and I think it showed at the end where she was just like,
No, I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't
I
think
just don't
so.
think she didn't have that same connection. She didn't get into the villa until she was with Andrea.
yeah. And then I think it's
That
also
was hard.
I think it's
Yeah.
interesting that she's BFFs with Andrea because I'm like,
Well, they
Well,
walked
they
in
walked in
together.
together.
And
Oh.
and think about it. When Andrea
Yeah,
but
did you watch it?
But
No.
when Andrea and Nicole walked in, that's when a lot of dynamics shifted. When that's
For
the whole
sure.
Leah and Rob thing happened. So of course,
that's also
Nicole
'cause-
was bonded with Andrea and not with Leah at the time because her friend was Andrea. So she
Right.
was gonna support her friend Andrea at that time in the villa. So she wasn't gonna bond with Leah during that time.
And
How
she
could
knew and she knew it was either going to be her or Andrea because Janae was going to be saved because of the girls.
Exactly.
And so PPG and also so PPG has 2 text messages and still talks to people. They have a group with like all of their men, like the PPG men. And then they also have one with PPG and Kaylor and Liv. And a lot of people didn't like Liv either. And I love Liv.
I love Liv.
I understand her now, and this is why I understand her because she said that she didn't have any sisters, so we all have sisters, so we know how it I feel like people with sisters kind of relate to girls more
Right.
than girls who don't have sisters, and she is young. She's actually really young.
They're all young. They're all like our
a lot of
age.
them. No, but Liv's,
I think
but Liv's
Janae-
21.
Janae's like 29.
No,
yeah, Janae's the oldest of all
And
of them.
Leah-
I
Leah's
know,
my
I know, I
age.
know. Yeah, a lot of them is like 25,
yeah.
24, and then like 22 or 21.
Yeah, so and I think although that's still close, that's also a big difference in mentality too.
For
I
sure.
agree.
For sure.
But I loved Liv a lot. I thought Liv was real. I thought she was real, and I thought I liked the way she stood up. She said what she needed to say, and I thought I thought that she communicated.
I like her better than Kaylor.
feelings
I
well.
like Liv.
I
but
do too. I like her better than
But I
Kaylor. I
think
agree.
Liv got herself in some situations that she didn't need to be in, and I was like, I think the way Liv goes about things, and she even said like her tolerance goes high. So I think she like made some situations.
I was upset for Liv because I feel like if she would have made it to where Harrison was, I think they would have hit it off well, because she really didn't have a lot of prospects the entire time, and I felt for that.
I didn't like the way she brought Kane into the
Well, who else were you going to choose? They all kind of sucked.
No, but she could have come back single.
Well, why would she come back single and make herself vulnerable?
Little did she know she brought back somebody and that ended up choosing her off the island.
But what I'm saying is, like, then she wouldn't have given herself a chance, because then there wouldn't have been any other guys there to pick her at the end of the day.
Wait, guys. Let's gonna be into who's Kane.
I only know him because of he got off of Love Island and went on TikTok and started saying all this stuff.
That's crazy.
But what happened with Kane and how he was invited to reunion but then got disinvited to the reunion? I heard about that.
Honestly,
Again,
I don't think he would have needed anything.
I disassociated with Love Island after it ended.
There were so many people there that didn't need to be there, and I didn't.
Well,
like
there were
Kane
so many
anyway.
people that were there that didn't even say anything.
Because they didn't need to be there, because they
Yeah.
weren't even in it.
Didn't be there.
The whole back row.
Yeah.
Was it Rob in the back row?
No,
Wait.
like the middle, like the outside back row.
I see what you're
Whoever
saying.
was filming the reunion though was very controversial.
But yeah, so speaking of Nicole and the way she handles herself outside of like the ending of the show, there's a lot of controversial about how she presented that her and Kendall's situation at the reunion, and I like mostly agree with everyone, but then I also understand like it's her experience too, so she is gonna speak about it if it revolves her, but I don't think she needed to say it the way she did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She communicated poorly.
I do think Nicole was a little much at the reunion, but like what Alex said, that her biggest thing was just why lie, like to Kendall, why lie about what happened? Just be honest with me. And I think Amanda was right too when Amanda just said that, you know, it's her story too. Like she has every right to speak about her emotions because she has to feel them. Unfortunately, she has to now process this, not expecting it.
Especially because she went like kind of radio silent for a while, especially because everyone was like, where's Nicole? Is she okay? Someone check on Nicole. So if she's going to explain why she's been silent, she kind of has to bring up the reason why she's silent.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, okay, this is a very, very hot take. I didn't understand, like in Casa Amor, when Cordell left for Casa Amor, Serena had basically like friend zoned him.
No, that's not true.
Early on in the season, she made it very clear she was a slow burner. I get it.
Right.
Then why did you sign up for a show that operates on making fast
So
connections?
I don't think that's it. She communicated how she is, which is like, if you're going to be real and you're going to be real with the person, that's what you do up front.
I agree.
Did she friend zone him at one point? Yes. And then by the time it was like literally right before Casa,
She had expressed her feelings.
she had expressed her feelings for him, that she was still like interested in him, and they actually kissed before he went to Casa, which was such a big deal for Serena because she's a slow burner. If you notice, when she went on a earlier date when Kenny had entered the villa with I forget the other person that was there, but the guy asked to kiss Serena and she told him no. And I think that was really mature, because it wasn't like, I'm just gonna flip flop based on like who I'm with. Like it's her.
But I do gotta say, watching Casa Amor, my best friend and I watched this show together, and we would like text each other and like share our feelings, and we did agree on all of it pretty much. And we said the same thing. We were like, I'm happy for Cordell. He's finally getting what he wants. Somebody that's just insanely interested in him, is ready to give everything to him. Like, it was reassuring for somebody like Cordell, because all season long up until that moment, it was very like, I'm not sure. Okay, we're on good terms. Then we got friend zoned. But now she's saying she's liking that I'm kind of taking a step back. But like, what does that mean? Like, it was very wishy-washy from a viewer's perspective of Serena's emotions. So seeing Cordell get into Casa Amor and finally be with somebody who is all in, 100%, I felt was very refreshing for him. And I wanted to kind of see that go. That's why I was so baffled that Serena and Cordell won, because I'm like, how?
Because of their story arc.
And I'm like, I didn't get it. Like, I didn't get it.
They fought for each other.
I don't think they
Ew.
fought for each other, but I think at a certain point, when you can work through that type of a situation and at the end of the day you're still going to pick the same people, it shows a lot. And
I agree.
Cordell said, like, he's like, up until I saw her, like even like not even up close, but like from far away back at the villa, he was like, I knew I effed up. I knew I wanted Serena and I didn't want to be with Dea.
Yeah.
And I think that's mature. And Cordell's young too. He turned 22 in the villa. So like, and you're talking about like the maturity and stuff like that. Serena was very hesitant because he was so young to be like, okay, I don't know if we're on like the same page mentally and stuff like that. And I think it shows a lot. And there were a lot of times during the season that all the other guys were like, why don't you just drop her? Why don't you go explore? Yada, yada, yada.
And he's I get that though.
And he's like, and I still want to pick her at the end of the day. And if that's her and that's just the way that it's going to be, because he's like, I just want to be with her.
And I do think that was very nice, and I do think
Mature.
that it's good that he did explore, and then that's when he recognized he wanted to be with Dea. But I do think but then I'm like,
He
okay,
wanted to be with Serena.
I mean, sorry, with Serena. But I do understand why the boys would be hyping it up. Like if it was my girl best friend or girlfriend,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would totally be like, girl, this is what you've been wanting. Like, finally, everything you've said you wanted, you're finally getting it. Like, you should be happy.
So I'm gonna give you something to contemplate. So then what do you think about them egging on Aaron after Kaylor was head over heels for him? Because you're saying...
I disagree. I'm not agreeing with Aaron. I'm agreeing with Cordell, because if it was me and if I was talking to a guy who was a slow burner, it was very unsure, I'm a person that feeds off of reassurance in a way. Everybody does. Everybody likes to feel secure in their relationship. And I feel like if you finally meet somebody who's clear on what they want, they know that you're the one, it's amazing.
But what if he didn't really care enough about her? Because
About
although you could say you really like me, I'd be like, that's great too, but I'm not really feeling a connection with you.
Like, what do
Like
you,
I think,
confused.
like, say whatever, right? I'm just using us two.
Yeah.
Like, although I think you're pretty or whatever, handsome, and you really like me, I'm like, that's great, but I just don't really feel a connection with you as I do with the other person. And as a Virgo, I understand how Serena wanted to make sure she was making the right decision and not jumping all the way into something that could just burn in the end.
Because when Serena communicated with Cordell that she wasn't into it, she was the first one to jump up and down when he got kissed by Nicole when she came into the villa, when Nicole took him on the date with her.
I was so nervous Nicole was gonna pick him. I was like, no, Nicole, pick Kendall. Pick Kendall.
And Serena was all for it because she was like,
she knew she knew she wasn't giving that to him.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think Serena would have been okay with the whole Casa experience if it wasn't like rated X. Like,
I agree.
I think Cordell handled it poorly and a bit immaturely.
Yeah,
when he just went into it straight away physical, and it's like,
yeah,
dang, like get to know the girl
person
first, and like,
yeah,
if you you barely kissed Serena this first time,
and you're over here doing all this stuff,
and you're over here doing all this other stuff with this girl that you've barely met a day or two.
Yeah.
So it's like, and after you know that you have a strong connection with Serena, and she just took her walls down.
Yeah.
With you before Casa.
But then this is where it also frustrates me, because I'm a big person that I'm like, say it and stand by it. Even with my friends in like like my friends at home. Like I'm like, it pisses me off so much when someone's like, I hate that girl. She's such a this, she's such a that. And then 5 minutes later, they want to be friends with them.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, say it and stand by it. You will never catch me say the words hate with somebody and then be their friend. If I say I don't like you, you'll know I don't like you, and I will never speak to you. And that's what bothers me, especially about someone like Serena, is that she tore into him so hard, and in Casa Amor, she was like, I'm done with him, I'm never again, and then ends up getting back with him. I'm like, girl,
right? But I do think I think emotions were just so high, and they're only in there for like a certain amount, so she only has to see him every single day.
Yeah.
So at some point, it's like, well, fuck, I'm still here for another so and so days. Might as well just make up.
And I'm with Kaylor.
And I think the different, like, it made me so mad because all of the other Casa girls that were there at the recoupling were like, are those really the girls that y'all have right now that y'all are interested in?
Oh, yeah.
They're so horrible, da-da-da-da-da. And then they're like, I love Leah. We're such good friends. Oh my gosh, Serena's going to be my girl. oh my gosh, Kaylor, I love her so much. Oh my gosh, and so
But they
it's
can
the
care
same
less.
way.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And
I just-
everybody does that.
or that bothers me. I don't like people like that.
But the girls that were there at the villa had a reason to be mad. Like, it wasn't out of like nothing.
yes, I agree.
like-
But then stay mad.
No, because they are mad, but they can't be mad at the girls
grudge.
for doing their job.
not a girl.
No.
She was mad. I'm saying
She was mad at Cordell, but
Yeah.
at the same time, if he didn't realize it that she was gonna be the one until he walked back into the villa, and obviously he had to show her like, hey, I want you,
yeah.
then like she wouldn't have, if Cordell didn't show action, she would have never gone back with him. And I think it took a lot for Serena to get there, which is why, again, we didn't see it.
When she tossed the plate of food onto him,
Oh, that was
And
so
I was like,
funny.
girl.
I was like,
And-
I would have too.
And also, like, even if she was staying mad or like did what you wanted her to do, it wouldn't make good TV.
yeah, low key.
So
I know, but I'm a person that holds grudges. So for me, I'm like, I don't get it. Why are these people so easy to forgive and make up? Like, he just humiliated you on national
Right.
television. Like, come on, girl. But I don't know. And then, okay, but seeing Kenny cry after that recoupling,
Oh, it was so sad.
when
what we're coupling.
after the Casa Amor recoupling,
because
Oh, I didn't
Janae
watch
was
that
so
because
part.
Janae was so
hurt.
hurt, my heart broke for him, and I was like, yep, they're meant to be. I wanted
Yeah.
Janae and Kenny to win.
They
They were
weren't
boring.
there. They
They were
weren't there
just-
long enough.
That's what I was gonna say. They
Yeah.
But they
weren't
got their
together.
special moment with the tree of affirmations.
Yeah, that was so
I
cute.
was like,
I love
oh,
that.
That's
so
why they got
sweet.
third place. Leah got second because America loved
Loved
her,
her.
and then
Yes!
That's the only reason
That's
why.
the only reason why. I told my best friend that all summer long we just kept texting. We're like, America will never dump Leah, but I'm ready for her to go. I'm ready for her to go. I just didn't like her. She was boring.
she wasn't
to
really
me.
giving it much.
She
after
wasn't.
the whole
Wait,
after
who?
Rob left, it
Well,
was like meh.
because she was only.
But she was burned time after time.
by Rob.
Yes,
I thought it
that
would've been back to
I
him.
thought
Then why
Janae. I
did
thought
she
Janae was
It
burned the most.
hurts.
It would have been funny
but
if
Janae
she went
was
back to
burned.
Rob.
Handled herself.
No, that would be funny if they ended together.
It would have been
If
funny
they
if
won.
she went back to
Rob
Rob.
and Leah. If they
Yeah.
ended together.
Ugh,
Did you know Rob is also a Virgo?
Oh my god.
I don't really know, and I don't.
Cordell's
care.
a Gemini.
She'd be
Oh,
like,
God.
No, he's not.
And so Serena's Virgo. They got to break up.
Amanda, shut up.
Speaking of Love Island,
Love.
Life.
Wait. I have a question.
go.
Question. How would y'all play the Love Island game if y'all were on Love Island yourself?
Oh.
Meet everyone as much as I can. And
I wouldn't even
that's
go on the
game.
show.
Amanda, that's not the question.
I just couldn't. Like, I
She's
get
taken
so
already,
hurt.
people.
I'd be so butthurt. I'd be like,
Yeah,
we
she's
just had a
taken.
moment, and now you're going with someone else. Like,
feel like
I
Audie would
would
play
be
the
like,
game the
no,
most.
sorry.
You think I would play the game?
I think you would play the game the most.
I don't think so. Because every time I watch Love Island, I always pretend like I'm playing. Physically.
No, but
Like, I'm always like, right off the bat, from the first episode, I'm like, oh yeah, physical attraction, this is who I would couple up with, right? That's how the first recoupling happened, is off of
Right.
physical attraction. Up until this season, when they could talk a little before they coupled
Yeah,
up.
that was weird.
That was weird and that was new. But it's typically off of physical attraction. And so immediately I always went to Rob. I thought he was the cutest out of all of them. Then Kendall would have been my second choice.
Same.
Physically. So from then, depending on who I end up couple up with, I could have seen myself really liking Rob and really liking Kendall throughout the whole season.
I
I
just
would have been a Kaylor, been crying.
I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
go through the heart rate challenge. I'd get so nervous.
I would get nervous.
I mean,
I
like,
don't
oh
know
my
how to
All
do
of the
it.
challenges, I'm like, I don't think I could put myself out there that much.
right?
That's crazy.
Like this
Oh,
is
that's-
already enough.
Yeah.
Even like the body counts one.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, you can obviously lie, but I mean, what's the point in lying? You're trying to be as real as possible.
right.
Because then if you're on a show like that, then someone's digging in and will find.
Which
The
is
number.
Footprint.
insane.
Mhm.
Holy
Like,
cow. I'm like,
Daya-
oh God, I would be.
the Twitter ones
The whole
had me
Daya
shook.
Thing, I was like, "Ooh, girl, you got yourself."
Oh,
in a
about her
pickle."
and
Yes.
For the
yeah.
Twitter thing, I wouldn't be as upset as some of them were, as in like crying. I'd be like, I would look at the camera and I'd be like, who said that? I'd look at the camera and be like, who is saying that right now?
That is so funny. That's so funny. I think my statement about I go off of initial attraction. I think that's so true. It's very accurate of how I feel like I live my love life.
Well, that's how everybody's is, I think,
I always
because
say
it's the first time you're meeting
I
somebody.
always say it. The attraction is what gets me to talk to you, and your personality, morals, and values is what seals the deal.
Oh, for sure. I agree.
And so I think that's true. That's how it is for me, at least. I'm outgoing when it comes to guys a little bit. I do get a little shy, but I'm not afraid to walk up to somebody just to say hello.
Do you know what kind of guy you want? Like, what's your type?
I said I had a type, and then I just went completely against it this past summer.
But do you, like, for me, when
because-
someone tells me what's your type, I don't describe physical features. I describe what kind of guy I'm interested in.
But I feel like you don't know what the guy you're interested in until you actually go up to them.
I think you kind of had a little like Love Island experience this summer, honestly, because I think you really
I
did.
met one person, y'all.
Exactly, but it could have been the person. I don't know.
Wait, okay, just give
Hold
us an
hold
update
hold
on that.
really quick, because I think you're kind of experiencing like in the villa versus like in real life. Like I think you had that kind of realization, and when you're going into your update, like let us know how it is from like when y'all first met in that very confined area to like now being in the real world.
The guy that I'm really, really interested in, he is very consumed. He's got a lot on his plate. And he's busy, and he doesn't have time. He doesn't. And,
Yeah.
I do recognize now when people say, like, when your needs aren't being met, that's a problem. And I do think that that's kind of a situation where it's like, but, you know? When do you make the decision that this is no longer fulfilling my needs, you know? Because in my mind, I'm like, I don't know how he's feeling. Like, he's overwhelmed. He's got a lot to do.
My advice for you in the stage of life that you're in is to not, and you too, Nina, not worry of so much about who you're going to meet and if it's going to work out right then and there. Just live your life.
Yes! That's
Just
what I was
live
gonna
your
say.
life, and if it's going to stay with you, it'll stay.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna finish my
Sorry.
thought. No. I think you're right, because what I've been telling my three closest best friends is that, like, right now, there's times where I overthink it, and I'm like, is he even still interested? Does he even care? Does he this and that? Like, he's probably busy doing what? I don't know. Like, he's across the country. I don't know who he's with. I don't really talk to him nearly as often as I did when I first met him. But then I'm like, Audie, relax. You're not dating this guy. He doesn't owe you anything. And honestly, just ride the wave.
Ride it.
Just
Kind of Love Islandy, I'm saying.
Just ride the wave. And if it's meant to be, it'll happen. If it's not, it'll also not happen.
Yeah.
Like, it'll
but
just
you're still
go.
gonna explore your options that are
Options,
there, and
yeah.
you're keeping an open mind because y'all are open.
And also, it should not be hard.
No.
Like, a relationship should not be hard.
But then I will say, then I
That is
am
true.
reminded of, like, okay, he still does care. Like, when he does call or reach out, or, like, the text messages, like, oh, my God, like, I just finished this, and, like, I only have a couple more minutes, but, like, I just wanted to see how you were doing. Like,
Yeah.
those things really mean a lot to me, because I'm like, wow, on the times that he has, like, 5 seconds to take a breath, like, he's thinking of me and checking in just to see how I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he takes
Okay.
time. So I'm like, you know what? He does still care.
Maybe
He is
he's your
still
little
interested.
pen pal.
Maybe. Well, on the topic of like seeing what makes you happy in like those kinds of relationships and how we all receive our love and how we do that, like what are y'all's love languages?
I am not this is gonna surprise everybody, so I'm gonna go last.
I can
Nina
go
and I took a test this morning because we just
Oh, I didn't need a test. I took 25 years to understand this.
that's good. That's good.
I my first top love language is words of affirmation. And I used to hate having that as a love language because I always felt like I was insecure, or I thought I was insecure for wanting that. But to be honest, like, I just need to know if I'm doing great. And this is not only in my relationships, but also in work.
Okay.
Like, at work, if my boss is telling me, like, hey, you're doing great, like, keep going, I'm like, got it. That's all you need to tell me. I'll keep going.
I love that.
And same with Derek. I'm like, okay, like, I understand you tell me you love me every other hour. Like, that's great. But don't
like-
stop. Like, yeah, I love you too. But then the day you stop, and then I'm going to be like, whoa, what's going on?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you said your only words of affirmation?
No, that's my first one. That's like my main. And
I
then,
love you.
Thanks, Nina.
Okay.
Although I do have to work on my communicating my words of affirmation back. I've worked on it a lot with Derek, and it's great. Now I'm gonna do it with my sister.
Aw.
But anyways,
you.
after that, I would say quality time. I love just being able to sit with someone or just doing things, and even if it's in silence and it's not awkward,
Just being in their company.
yeah, I'm like, that's fine. I love that.
Alex, what are you?
My number one is quality time, and I think everybody pretty much knows that about me. I just love being around the people that I love and getting to be with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love talking, and I love having conversations.
Like
and
deep, meaningful conversations.
yes, and even just like laughing all the time or just like playing games and going through that. Like I think it's just fun. There are times that like my dad will be like, well, what'd you talk about with your friends, like work, whatever, and I'm like, no, like we didn't talk about anything, we just played a game and just had fun. And he was like, well, you need to network, you need to do XYZ, you need to get all the tea. And I'm like, no, I just like spending time with my friends. And sometimes you just need that. You just need to relax, like put your mind out of whatever you're doing and just be immersed with the people that you're around. And I think that that's why this podcast like is really nice, because this is my love language, and I love doing this with all of y'all, and this makes me happy.
I love that.
My number one is that, but mine is truly all five. Like I receive and I give that to anybody, but it like Audie, like I do a lot of stuff for you with like I tell you, I hug Amanda all the time, even though she doesn't want to be hugged. Like,
I do think that, because you are a very acts of service kind of person. Like, you need help, I got you.
yeah.
And then you give long hugs.
Yeah, I'm a physical touch person too. I love my hugs. I love my cuddles with people. Yeah, I have to have physical touch with the ones that I love. I love talking with them and like motivating them. Like, Audie, you look great right now. Nina, oh my gosh, you do so good at dance. Like,
Thank you.
I touch on every single thing, and also gift giving too. Like I do like giving gifts, and I love receiving them too.
I don't really care. I like receiving gifts, right? But it's not like, I would rather you do something for me than give me a gift. I hate giving gifts, but I give the best gifts. That's what I have to say. And also, I think the reason why words of affirmation is my number one is because my Leo is in my Venus. My Leo is in
Oh my god.
No, I have a Leo Venus.
Enough with the
Amanda loves
astrology.
her.
I have a Leo Venus, which means I love talking about myself, and I love like being the center of attention. So whenever Derek like compliments me, I'm like, yes, keep going. Okay, Audie.
Well, hold on. Let's Nina go.
Yeah, Nina, go.
Me? Okay. My first one is, or the one that I'm really like, quality time.
That's your number one.
Yeah, it's my number one, quality time, which I do think is definitely on board for me, just because I can't be by myself. And if I'm by myself, then I'm like
Yeah, I agree.
sad. Or I'm
Because you
crying,
always
or
want to
I'm
do
complaining.
something.
And then I'll
Yeah,
cry.
I'm bored. I get bored 24/7.
Nina always wants to
I'm a
do
Pisces.
something.
I know. She wants to be out and about.
Yes, I
all
was
day.
I don't know how your energy level just doesn't drain.
She's 17. That's why.
She's not old.
Or it'll drain. She'll just give attitude.
No. And then my other one is physical touch. I just love hugging people.
Yeah, but you like give weird hugs.
People actually tell me I give the best hugs.
I give great hugs.
No.
I give the most hugs.
I've actually gotten to
I am the most huggable.
You? No.
Like, everyone wants to hug
Oh
me.
yeah, you're
Well,
very,
because
like,
you don't like it.
squeezable.
And I'm like, get off.
Everyone tells me like every time like the dance team we hug, everyone tells me I give the best hugs. And I think that's on board for me.
I think I've changed, Amanda. Or at least you put up with me now.
I've allowed it.
Yeah.
Audie
I
has
like
her
you
phases
and
here
your
and there.
mom's hugs.
Oh.
Take that, record that.
No, we are
Oh,
recording it.
It is being filmed.
And
Audie
what's-
has her phases of like if you want to hug her, if you don't want to hug her.
What's your least or your lowest affirmation?
Gifts.
Do you like gifts? I mean, I think everyone likes gifts, right?
I mean, I like gifts, but it's not like
I think
Thank you.
I think
they
overwhelm you sometimes.
they overwhelm me too.
Yes.
Like Christmas, I am dreading because we
Also,
have a
my
huge
social-
So you
family.
do not want a gift this Christmas?
Made it.
I think for
I'll
like
cross you
giving.
I'll
No,
cross you off that list.
listen.
She's talking about giving.
I don't like to put a burden on someone, right? Like I don't like doing that. So if you save money, like save money. You don't have to give me a gift. Pay for my nails. That's my gift. But our family is a very much, at least my mom. My mom's such a, I want you to open something.
Yeah,
on
doesn't
Christmas.
Thea
like
does
giving.
not like giving out gift cards.
And that's just like,
Or money.
your money.
yeah,
I
like I
love
need
money.
I'm
money.
like, just give me the cash.
Don't get me wrong, I love gifts. I like gifts. But I also just can't.
And then you know how I am. Like if you give me the wrong thing, like
Amanda picks out every single gift that we've ever given her.
Oh my god, Amanda's so bad at gifts. Like, we were gonna buy her a shark. No, we were actually gonna buy her a Dyson for her birthday. Literally 3 weeks until her birthday had happened. And she bought herself her
yeah,
own
y'all took too long.
shark.
And my mom got me shoes for my birthday this year, and they were too big.
Like, people, be grateful.
And Amanda,
am.
you picked them
But
out.
do it right. Like if you're gonna give me a gift, do it right.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And I did
God.
do it right and you lost it.
I feel so bad for Derek because I'm sorry, Derek. I'm kind of
He knows.
airing you out right now, but the amount of times me and Derek has talked about giving Amanda gifts, it's always negative things.
Why?
Because I just feel bad for him, and he knows he can never.
I feel so bad for
He can
him.
never like. He can
Dang.
never like go to your like extent of like
He
what
can
you
never
want
satisfy
him.
you.
Yes, you. Like,
And
can
if he
never
has to live
satisfy
with you for the rest of, like, if y'all
I
are going to
feel
be
so
together
bad
for
'cause
the
you're so
rest of
picky.
y'all's lives,
Keep
like,
that in mind.
there's only so much
Guys.
that somebody can have. You know what I mean? And that's like
He's
some
the
people, like
same
Audie
way.
and I do.
No, he's not.
He doesn't like
He buys. Never mind.
No, he doesn't care that I'm hard to please. He just like, what do you want? I'll buy it for you. End of story.
That's no fun.
I thought you weren't a gifts person.
Well, I mean, when it's time to give someone a gift, aka my birthday or Christmas, it's like I don't know what to give you, so you got to tell me what you want. Like, okay,
Whatever.
and
Adi?
that's totally fine.
I love a good experience. And that's why I think like quality time is great, because although like I do love gifts, like I love doing stuff too.
I agree. I think my birthday last year was the best thing ever.
What's your favorite activity, Alex? Go.
Well, something that I can. My mom was supposed to pay me for doing Audie's grand mum ever. It was huge, and I spent so much time doing that. And so we went to dinner together at like a really fancy restaurant, and then she took me to like a Broadway play. That was not like on Broadway, but like
I was like, when did you find
I'm sorry. I'm
Monica
sorry.
Lopez.
They were
I'm
on.
so
They were on
confused.
tour. Like it was the Broadway tour that was going around to
What'd
the
you see?
towns. And
You
so,
went from Mom to like Broadway, so this was all in the same general area.
That was her gift
what?
for doing Audie's mom.
It was for doing Audie's mum.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got
Her form
it.
of payment was
It
an
was
right.
experience instead of
Correct.
just cash money.
Right.
Correct.
I am
Which she
understanding.
enjoyed because she got quality time with our mother.
Yes.
And she got to go see a show that she had really been wanting to see and got to have a nice dinner.
What show?
Got it.
Yeah. 6.
Oh, I
And my
see that.
mom really loves that kind of stuff too, so it was really nice to bond with her in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Okay.
really great.
Audie?
Ariana.
Oh, this is going to come to such surprise for all of y'all, but I already know. It's all right, whatever. My number one is words of affirmation. I'm like Amanda. I'm like, just tell me I'm doing it right. Just tell me I'm okay. Just tell me I'm doing good, and
And we're good.
we're good.
Yeah.
Like, tell me I'm doing a job. I cook dinner a lot. Tell me my food tastes good. Or if it doesn't, I will make an adjustment to make it
Right.
taste good.
Because we're
I'm a
perfectionists.
perfectionist. Big time, which I need to work on because I'm so hard on myself.
Yeah.
But so I'm a words of affirmation. Now, this is all going to come to surprise of y'all, but it's my truth. If it's somebody that I like and I want them to be, I secondly am physical touch. Because like I do love a good hug if it's from somebody that like I want to be hugged from.
I get that.
Like surprisingly, like when I went into my last relationship, I went into it not liking physical touch because I was like, I had never been with somebody that I really liked them. And then I was like, but then I finally found someone that I like and I'm like, oh my God, yes. Don't be around me and not hug me or kiss me
Yeah.
goodbye. Like that would hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And I grew to understand my sense of knowing that it's not the fact that I don't like to be touched or smothered. It's that I don't like to be touched or smothered by the wrong person.
I think we have different love languages with different people.
Agree. Like my mom, I will never turn down my mom's hugs because I love my mom. My mom can kiss me and hug me all day long if she wanted to. But it's just different. And Alex is staring at me across this table because she knows how many times I like don't want to hug her. And I just think it's different. Like,
Yeah, I
when I
agree.
think of my sister, I don't think of somebody I want to like cuddle and lovey-dovey with. Like,
Thank you.
that's just not. I just think it's not the dynamic.
I'll
Me and
hug you,
Alex
Nina.
just looked at each
I just don't think that's the dynamic of a sibling relationship that I like, right? For me.
Yeah.
But then if it's my boyfriend, obviously I want to hug you. Obviously I want to kiss you. Like,
yeah.
but that's in my opinion.
Yeah. With Nina, I think I would prefer Nina to have quality time with me as my love language as a sibling.
I have a thought for that.
How did you breathe?
Sorry, it's because me and Amanda are just two different people,
Mm-hmm.
and like yet again, my number one was quality time, and
Yes.
that's also yours. But our quality times,
Yeah.
oh, that's your number three. Never mind. Your number one was affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
But our quality time are so different because Amanda's, and nice words, Nina. Amanda's just very.
You think I'm
settled.
boring. Nina thinks I'm boring.
Y'all just have different interests.
That's what I'm saying. We're
But-
definitely different.
But guys, what I think is the biggest thing is that you're 25, getting ready to settle down
Right.
and get married and have children and start your family, and you're 17, and
Yeah.
a junior in high school, getting ready to enter the most exciting part of your life,
Right. So
being solo.
so we have to find a middle ground,
what's our middle ground?
shopping and getting boba.
Something that y'all both like to do.
Well, then what do you like to do? I'm confused.
We can do that.
Okay.
Well, what's something that you want to do?
I don't know.
See,
See,
then,
that's,
and then
that's
Nina-
what bothers me
be
about Nina.
fun.
Yeah.
Nina doesn't ever know. I'm like, no, tell me. Because I will ask her, she'll like vent, and I'm like, well, what do you want? And then she'll be like, well, I don't know. I'm like, make up your mind, man.
I've always been wrong.
Be decisive.
No.
I
Always
think
been,
you
like,
I think you have a type of
outsider.
expectation for a relationship. You just don't know how to get there.
I agree.
And
the
I
guy with Amanda.
no with Amanda.
Both.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's the same way, like with my mom. Like, I have a relationship that I think I want to have with her. I just don't know how to get there or express my not my feelings, but like my mom was like, well, what can I do for like us to be better? I'm like, I don't know.
Hot
But
topic.
just
I
do
just
it.
feel very judged.
Well-
Amanda.
Oh, and I feel judged by you too.
Looks like we can't do that then.
No, the difference is am willing to meet you halfway, and you can't even give me.
Oh, that
An
is
inch.
not true.
That's all I have to say.
Everybody's halfway is different. Like, for me, I honestly think that there's just a lot of things that Alex and I don't agree on. So it's hard because it's hard to have that like best friend and a sister relationship that the expectation that we want of the relationship that we want to have. But then it's like we don't like the same genre of music. We don't like the same artists. We don't dress we don't shop at the same stores. Like that kind of thing. We share a love of luxury.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like that's it. We went to different
I've-
colleges.
I've come to the realization that if I want to be around you, I have to conform to your likings.
See, and I think that's bad. That's not a true relationship.
You're right, but then if you're saying
get
that,
that.
then like, but you will never change if that's the
Why
case.
should I have to change who I am to be somebody's friend? That's what I don't want to be that. That's fake.
Because
that's
we're
not
sisters.
But that's not me being Audie. That's not me. That's me being a fake version to conform to you. I don't want you to conform to me, and I don't want to conform to you. We should be able to come to a consensus together, and if that's not the case, then we're not meant to be best friends. That's what that's my stance on it.
Okay, I have a interjection because I also feel like that with Nina, and maybe that's just a big sister thing.
Maybe.
Because as an older sister, I don't want her to feel a type of way, right? So I'm like, if I'm gonna do
Make
something
her happy.
right, if I'm gonna do something and not piss her off, like fine,
Yeah, but like at least she's sitting next to me in the car, happy.
right? And then so now you're saying like, don't
you.
change. Okay, we don't have to be best friends, but we're siblings, right? So we're gonna spend the whole life together. But like, I always, and I'm becoming honest, see you judging Alex, not all the time, but like sometimes you do because of how she is. Alex is her own person, right?
Really?
So like just accept her for who she is.
See, and I think I do, and but I've also accepted the fact that we're just not the same. We're not alike.
Right. So don't make her feel bad.
I try not to. I think sometimes she, gets upset because she doesn't have that, like, we don't have that relationship kind of thing. But I'm like, you're
And
not
that's
my
fine.
friend.
And that's fine if y'all aren't the same person.
No, I think the difference is that what you fail to understand, and I think this, I don't know, maybe it is like we're older, we're more mature.
Yeah.
My priority is to have a good relationship with my sisters. So if that means that I need to not be fully myself or be fully Alex because it annoys Audie, because it makes her mad and it makes her want to be away from me more, then I will do that in order to ensure that we have a okay/good
And that's okay.
relationship, and
Is
that's
it?
okay.
It is.
I just
At work,
when I hear it,
you can't be your full self because
Exactly.
you have to be presentable, you have to be professional, and you can't cuss, you can't be the loudest person in the room. You have to conserve your emotions.
Like, for example, say you and a coworker are two different people, but it's just you and that coworker. Are you gonna make it a miserable time,
because you just need to be yourselves, and
or
y'all
are you
both need
just
to be
gonna be like,
yourselves.
I'm just gonna not say things to upset her so we can have a fine time working?
I'm a very big person. I'm like I'm me unapologetically. Like
You're right.
take
And
me or leave me,
you're
however
right.
however you see fit. I try wholeheartedly. Like I am so proud of myself when people say like you're real. Like I don't want to be fake. I want me to be the truthful person that I am day in, day out. Either you like it or you love it. I mean, you don't like it.
You either like it or you love it, but you can't hate it.
No. What I'm saying is, and it rubs people the wrong way. But I'm like, I'm not going to be fake to you. I'm not going to pretend to agree with what you're saying because I want to keep the peace in the room. No, if I disagree with you, I'm going to let you know I don't agree.
My whole life, it has been just let Audie be who she is. Just if she doesn't like it, don't do it. If she doesn't like
Do you
this,
think
don't do that.
Your dad says that to you a lot.
And
My mom,
it's him.
same.
Yeah.
My mom, same. It's my dad too.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I'm always the one that's always having to
Conform.
shut up and be quiet.
Yeah,
For
Same.
not having the bad actions come from the other person.
Mm-hmm.
That's so
and
funny.
and at this point, I'm 17 years old and I give up. Like at
Yeah,
this point.
that's why like when last night specifically, Audie was like, "Why are you acting so weird? Why are you so quiet?" And it's like,
I'm like,
because
stop
I
trying.
can't be myself around this group of people, and if
My
I
family.
do, and if I do, somebody's gonna be upset. Somebody's gonna say that I said something wrong, and it's just better that I not say anything.
And that's, but I don't know. But then I go back and forth because I'm like, then I don't want that kind of relationship. I'm not interested then.
What I feel
Be
like
you.
I get all three of y'all.
And-
Like I
and, like-
understand all three of
Like
y'all.
be you,
If I
be
be
you,
me-
or don't, or like, and if you being you and me being me don't mesh, that's okay. It's okay for us not to say like we're best friends. Like it's okay to just say like
I don't even want to be your best friend. I just want to be around you.
I know, but like I'm saying, like if we don't
You know?
enjoy like time together because it's like
I'm not
sometimes-
saying we enjoy time when I conform to you, but that's not a bad thing. If you're happy and I'm happy seeing you happy, then that's happy.
we need to go to therapy.
That's
together.
a good time.
I think we need to work on it.
That's fine.
Because I don't
Let's get a
like
therapist
I
on the
don't like
podcast.
hearing the fact that you have to change to be around me.
Because Audie, every time I am, you're like, you need to tone it down. You need to be quiet. Stop. And I'm like, stop. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta tone it down.
Right.
I can't be bubbly.
True.
And Amanda, I have changed myself for you too.
I have changed myself for you too.
Yeah, like growing up,
To be honest, I
yeah.
have.
And I think we
And it's
have.
normal.
It's normal, but I think we've come, like, our relationship has grown so much than when it was when we were younger, and because we both have made an adjustment.
Yeah,
I
and we
think that's-
understand
Yes.
how we are, and
Yes.
we're trying not. I'm not trying to change you.
I'm not trying to change you either. No. and I'm like, when she's not happy, Amanda, can I get you hot tea? Let me give you a blanket. Do you need socks? Like,
I know.
yeah. And I'm like, just because I want to see my people happy, and whatever they need to do, like, I'm going to do that for them.
And if you want to hug me, I'll allow it.
And that's amazing. I love that.
I don't know, guys. I struggle with that big time.
Because
Yeah.
I think it's hard. You have a hard time adapting or changing yourself, and it's a blessing and a curse.
I don't
Yes.
want to change.
We never wanted to either,
Oh,
but we
okay.
had to, and I think that's just the way of life.
Yeah, you have to change.
You have to.
You changed from the young girl who was throwing chairs at people. Do you want to be that same person?
No, but I don't want to have to change. But I'm still that girl.
Yeah.
We know.
No, but
Do you
I
think you're
am.
100% perfect?
No.
Okay.
Alfredo Lopez thinks he is.
I think I'm pretty damn close. I'm just kidding.
That's what he says.
I think I'm the closest out of all of us. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna go cry.
Okay. If that's
cry.
what you think.
I'm totally joking. But I don't know because I don't ever want to feel like I'm in a phony relationship where you can't just be yourself. Like that what I do like about my friends is that I wholeheartedly like I am myself. And I'm glad that I have found people that I feel like do really mesh well with me and love me and appreciate me and value me and have fun with me for who I genuinely am, because I am never over the top for those people. And they're never like I can be me, and I like that I love them for who they are 100% unapologetically. That's why I feel like I want to hold on to those people for the rest of my life, because it's very rare that you come across people that you honestly feel like they get me and I can be me.
Right.
I don't have to change and confine to somebody so
right.
I can be friends
No,
with them.
yeah.
I can be me and we have a grand old time together.
I think that's fine, but I think sometimes with your friends, and I can also speak because I have a lot of great best friends,
yeah.
I think the reason why these friends are my best friends is because they understand me. We all may not agree on same things on certain topics, but like I've always told Lauren and my Alyssa and all of them, like, you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do as long as you're not hurting someone. I'll support you. You know what I mean? I may not do it the way you want to do it,
Yeah.
but go ahead. Like, I'm your best friend. I'll support
I
you.
do.
I
tell my
think
friends
here's
that.
the difference as well. Am I going to change who I am for the outside people that I don't know? I don't want to either. I don't want to not be myself around my friends, around new people that I meet, around my husband, hopefully one day.
Yeah.
And I think the difference is that we didn't choose each other. We
Yeah.
are with each other, and we are going to be in each other's lives forever and ever.
Right.
And
We
I
didn't
think
choose each other.
And I think that is why I have come to the realization of
Might as well make the most out of the relationship I was dealt with, in a sense.
for sure, yeah. Because like, why would I you're my only sister? Why would I not want to have a good experience just because we don't mesh and just because we're not the same?
Yeah, that's a good perspective.
So it's like, I understand. I don't want to be that way with other people unless I really do feel like you need to be a part of my life and it's something that I can change. So as much as you don't want to change, that's fine. Just know that I have changed to make our relationship a little bit more harmonious. And I have done that with everybody sitting in this room and people in our family.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that out of the love of my heart for you all.
Nina, do you have any thoughts on this?
I see more where Alex is coming from,
Okay.
but I also see where Audie's coming from because I see it in you.
What do you mean? Oh, like we think the same?
Yeah.
Like not wanting to change.
Okay.
I'm also a very emotional person, as we've noticed on this podcast. And it's kind of like sad in a way, just because like obviously we don't want to change ourselves, but we have to. And my thing is, I think all three of us can agree on Audie. Change for you is just something that change for you is just something that like doesn't come.
That's why I'm struggling in
Not
college.
Yeah, it doesn't come for you.
Because
But-
she's not what? Malleable? Mutable?
She's not a mutable sign.
She's not a mutable sign.
She's a fixed sign.
I'm so sorry you have to deal with her.
No, but it makes it, I think it does have something to do with it. Like, you are not going to change who you are.
Yeah,
As
but-
fast as the person next to you, maybe.
But we all changed since you were little. I used to be that little like shy girl. Even like used to be the shy girl and the cousin, but then when it was me and just my siblings, I was ruthless. I was crazy. But I definitely think I've changed into like in a mindset way where I understand her. Do we get along all the time? Definitely not. But we definitely have connected. If I was like 10 years old right now, me and Amanda would not be hanging out. We would probably be fighting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that for y'all. That's really nice.
I've changed for all three of y'all too.
Yeah, and that's normal. And even in a relationship with Derek, like, although he has accepted me and loved me for who I am, I did have to change who I was. I had to change the negative parts about me. the self-sabotage parts about me in order to continue this relationship to grow. Because if I wanted this relationship, I was going to work on my things that I needed to work on.
Yeah.
And that goes for any kind of relationship. So same with my sister. If I wanted us to have a better sister relationship, like I learned to not put you down all the time. You know what I mean?
don't think, no, but another thing is like change in family is okay because you're changing for the ones that you love. But changing for ones out, like changing for your friends, that's just another, like, don't do that. Like,
Well, that, yeah.
It's just phony.
like find friends
God,
that will
Everybody
love you.
listening, if you're my friend, it's because you're genuinely my friend. Like, I will not keep you in my life unless I feel like I'm
Oh, for sure.
truthfully being myself, and I love you for who you truthfully are. Point
And if
blank,
you give me
period, end of story,
a negative vibe,
you're out. Do you have a
Okay.
game for us, Nina?
I do have a little game for us. It's just a little quick game of this or that. Always have to tell the truth or always have to lie. I think always tell the truth.
Audie,
Always the truth.
mine's the truth. Really?
To keep the peace. She would rather lie. So
I
that
just have,
it's
I
fine.
can't have a
I can't-
guilty conscience.
Not that I can't have a guilty conscience, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like,
Same.
Again, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't come to me. That's what I tell my friends all the time.
Yeah, and even if it hurts your feelings, then I'm sorry.
I'm
it's
sorry.
the truth.
That's a good person being truthful.
Alex, say the answer.
She lies to all of us.
No,
day
I
in,
think
day out.
it's. I think the truth.
All right, next question.
In a jury, I'd say the truth.
Married into a big family, married into a small family.
Go.
Me, big family.
Big family.
Big family.
Big family.
Because we all come from a big family.
You consider our family
Yeah,
big?
you can start family.
I consider
Not our
family-
immediate
I
family.
think
I
our
consider
immediate
our
family small.
friends.
I actually think it's big.
I'm
I think it's pretty. I see
Like
both.
y'all immediate family? Like just y'all two? Like y'all's family? Or like us?
If I look at my family as a whole, both sides, every other side, it's a big family.
Yeah, I agree.
And
even,
I would say a big family too.
Christmas
I'd want to
is
be in there
crazy.
too.
I
Christmas
agree.
is crazy.
because Derek has a
I
small
want it.
family.
I want it crazier.
No,
yeah.
yeah, which is why you would marry into a
a
big
bigger
family.
family.
You know,
Yeah.
I know. I'm the more the merrier kind of gal.
That's why I'm literally teeter-tottering between having a destination wedding or having a wedding here so everyone can come.
Yeah.
Ooh, here. Okay, right side bed or left side bed?
Oh, wait. This is hard.
I'm.
If you're laying in the bed or are you looking at the bed?
If you're laying. In
Okay.
The bed.
Okay, go.
Okay. To make it easier,
Laying in the bed.
Laying
What
in
side
the
are you
bed.
on?
I'm. Left.
Left.
I want to go last.
If I'm laying in the bed
You're on the right side.
right now, it's on the right. In my childhood bed, it was on the left. And in my apartment, it was right or left because I would change my room configuration.
So for me,
It's always closest to the door.
Okay, let's see that ties into me. So for me, you know, I have Derek now, right? At my apartment, it is on the left because I'm away from the door, and at his apartment, I'm on the right because I'm away from the door. The man is always supposed to sleep closest to the door, so in case there's a
something
intruder,
happens.
he's
Protect
the
your
first
girl.
one.
Which is
Go.
why in a
He, like,
hotel,
observes
I will always sleep the furthest away from the
Me
door.
too.
I always sleep closest to like
Not
the
for
air
safety
conditioning
issues,
in the
but because she doesn't want people.
No, for safety issues.
You've never said that, Alex. Anytime someone ever asks you.
Which is why I always be like, oh yeah, I just need to sleep close, like furthest away,
Next question.
Okay.
closest to the
But
AC.
recently, by myself, it's in the middle of the bed.
I know, like in my twin bed at college, it's in the middle.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
not a left or right.
Yeah.
Rainy days or sunny days?
Oh, it depends on the time of the year.
If it's a rainy day,
Fall.
okay, yeah, I guess
So you're picking rainy day?
sunny day. Picking
Sunny day, always. I want to feel excited and bright. The rain makes me gloomy. That's
I
sad.
love a good
Sometimes
drizzle and
I-
like a cool air.
Laying in
Oh,
bed, laying in
So
bed,
good.
listening to the cool, crisp air
Or
with the rain.
storms.
I
I'm
love
like,
storms.
I don't like
but I'm
storms. I
sunshine.
like
But
a good
love-
drizzle.
only storms if someone else is there with me.
Really? Look at
Yeah.
myself.
No,
Ooh.
the other
It's a light
week
show
it
for
was
me.
so
Nina
scary.
always
The whole house was shaking because of the.
Well, whenever we used to live together, I would sometimes I would think about texting you and be like, "Do you want to come downstairs?"
Next question.
Okay. Cook at home or order takeout?
Order takeout.
I kind of enjoyed cooking at home more recently. Like if
Alright.
I'm not going out, I will cook at home before I order something to the house.
Ugh, I need the food to be ready.
I love cooking, so cooking in.
Okay.
Well, you didn't answer the question.
Nina, you got going first, girl.
Cooking. I love cooking. I mean, Anna just can't cook.
I need someone to cook for me.
Chef. Okay, being able to fly or run at super speed. I think all of us need to run. Like the little Fizz girls cannot run.
Yeah, I can't run.
I'd fly.
We're horrible at running.
Because then I won't have to
Run.
pay airfares to go anywhere I
Wait,
wanted.
if I had super speed, would I get tired?
I don't know.
Probably.
Anna's favorite movie is The Incredibles.
Oh my god, I love y'all.
Workout clothes or fancy clothes?
Fancy clothes.
Fancy.
Work out, comfy.
Because you're in
Dior?
college.
Yeah,
Dior or Prada?
Dior.
T.
Dior.
See, I would have said Dior, but I'm a Prada. At this moment in life, Prada.
Gucci or Louis?
Ugh,
Gucci.
neither.
Gucci over. If I had to pick or like one or the other, Gucci over
Louis
Louis.
shoes. What was that?
Those are what?
Never mind. You don't. Big bag or small purse?
I thought you said big bag. Yeah,
Yeah,
big
big
bag.
bag.
Big bag or small purse? Or big purse, small purse?
Depends.
I would have to say a big purse because when I think small, I just think of like those mini ones. And it either is going to like, the smallest I'll go is like a medium shoulder.
Small bag for going out, big purse for life.
Big bags. Always, always, always. I am a
More is more.
more is more. I'd rather be prepared than not. So I like to have everything that I could possibly ever need in my bag at all times.
Okay. This one's actually a good one for us. A fun fact. Square nails or almond nails?
Almond.
Square.
Almond.
I like how the sisters agreed.
Square.
Almond.
I feel like I've done square and it just does not look good on my
I've done-
fingers.
I have very skinny fingers, I feel like.
So do I.
And I
Fat
feel
fingers.
like almond makes my finger look fat.
Really? I think.
I tried it and I didn't like it. Square nails are very just like,
let me
I'm
see.
gonna cut you.
Let me see your nails. No, like go like this.
Oh.
I feel like if you had almond nails, it'd make your hands look smaller than they already are.
Oh yeah.
I just can't. I like a square. Almonds piss me off.
You do have the same hands as your mom.
Yeah. And I have short, stubby hands.
Let me see yours.
Fingers.
We have small hands because my dad. Thanks a lot, Federico.
Man hands because of freaking dad.
Yeah, I do feel like we have weird hands.
Yeah, because of dad. Dad's hands
Yeah.
are weird.
We have dad's hands.
Okay, gold or silver?
Gold.
Both.
Both.
In my life right now, gold. And
I'm
if
a-
it's not gold, it's mixed metals.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a mixed metal.
I need to
need to
convert to
invest
mixed metals,
In
but
mixed metals.
but I do wear both depending on what I'm wearing. But I'll never wear them together. I need to get into wearing them together.
You should. I mean, this is already a mixed metal,
Right.
so it's like
My
what I
ring
can-
is gold. My axe bracelet is silver.
Mhm.
I
My
was
watch
looking
is
at that
mixed metal.
today.
I
This is
purposely
mixed
did
metal.
my mixed metal just so that
Silver,
I
gold.
wear these every single day. And then these are mixed metal too. My
Love.
earrings.
Audie, you're silver, right?
No,
You're
I wear
gold?
both. I wear gold all the time. I've got gold jewelry literally in my purse right now. from
She
last night.
just started being a gold girl when she got to college.
I wore gold in a senior year of high school.
Yes.
Yes.
But towards the latter part. And I think for me, very much similar.
Yeah.
I was more of a gold person until now.
My best friends transitioned me over to the gold side, and I've accumulated gold jewelry now that I wear. I have more gold jewelry than I have silver.
Same.
But I do like to wear
Well-
both. Depending on what I'm wearing, I'll wear silver. Depending on what I'm wearing, I'll wear gold. But I won't wear them together yet. I need to wear them together. I need to
Yeah.
try
Or
it.
like a good pearl droplet.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
do
pearls. Amanda, what are you doing?
All right, last
It's my
question, Nina.
birthstone.
Last question. Matte or dewy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm already an oily person.
Same.
We're so
I'm
oily.
gonna start with matte, and then by the end of the day, it'll be dewy.
Exactly. So I can't do dewy because then I'll just like it'll come off. I'll scratch my nose, it'll come off.
Yeah.
I'm so shiny. It's like looking at a mirror on my forehead. It's huge and glossy. I can't relate. You're really dry.
Are you really dry?
Oh,
Is Brandy that way too?
No,
Is
Brady's
she
oily.
dry?
Monica's dry.
Monica is dry.
Alfredo, though, is so oily. He passed off the oily gene to both Alex and
You
I.
know what? So did my dad.
They're oily.
It's
Mhm.
maybe it's
You.
like Mexican, like Aztec Mexican.
I'm so oily.
We're so oily. Like, look at my forehead. I can just, like, wipe, and it's like...
Yeah, like
you
I think I
sweating?
have
Is it
makeup
oil?
on, but like,
Huh?
Is
Same.
it sweat or is it oil?
No, I'm not sweating.
like,
I'm
look
not
at that
hot.
glisten.
I know. I think my nose is oily.
But you know what's good about having oily skin is we'll never have wrinkles.
I don't know about never.
But they won't appear as longer.
That's true.
The oils will keep our skin elasticity good.
For sure.
Versus being dry, you get like
Last question, mom or dad? That'd be
Mom.
controversial. Amanda?
I love my daddy.
Mom or dad, Amanda?
Depends on the time.
they both equally make you mad.
Yes.
Amanda's dad, though, I feel like.
I
Mostly.
feel like right now I'm dad. Although I love mom.
I've been mom and dad.
I go to mom more for everything. Like I call her all the time. But like dad.
But right now, my father has been making me upset. Love you, father.
I just think you miscommunicate. I think mom, dad, and all three of y'all miscommunicate.
They don't know their daughter.
No, I understand that, and I think that's why y'all miscommunicate with each other so much, and it's so funny to watch. Because I'm like, why y'all are literally mad for no reason? All three of y'all, why are y'all mad? She's just asking to do this, and why are you mad?
Exactly.
Well, on that note, we'll wrap things up here for this episode on Life from Our Angles. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and chat with us. Tell us some things that you like or what your opinions were of our episode and what your love language is. That would be so fun. Love is in the air, and it's going to be a great rest of the day. Thanks for watching. Bye.